US is sending military assets to the Middle East. Iran is threatening US bases in every single Arab nation. So let's look at how US military compares to Iranian military. Let's watch. I did not know Iran is ranked 16th. That's pretty high. Yeah, Iran is surprisingly big. Since we always look at the map on the Mercator projection, we don't realize how big it is compared to like Europe or other Western countries. So here's a good video for that. That's like more than half the Europe right there. 1/3 of Canada. Crazy. Pretty big, pretty big. Let's continue with the video. Pretty small GDP. Relatively small still, but much bigger than it would be otherwise. You know, they should show the defense budget and the purchasing power too, because you can just buy a lot. And the problem with a lot of these authoritarian states like Russia, China, Iran, they hide a lot of their defense spending, so they don't publicly just say how much they're spending. So it's a little bit of an unfair comparison. They have a surprisingly big army, considering how bad their economy is. I think they're talking about Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis. Iran actually has spent $100 billion over the last decade just supporting Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis, Iraqi proxy forces, and the Syrian Assad regime that just fell. So all that money truly wasted now that the war is on the Iranian homeland. A lot of their stuff is also either homemade or coming from Russia or China, so not very good, not battle tested. See, I imagine they would have more artillery because of their war with Iraq, and they went all in on their land war. This is the one they used a lot, okay? A lot of these got destroyed over the last week. Israeli Air Force was like publishing videos of taking out all this. Air Force is like non-existent. They had a lot of like old American, I think F-22s or F-14s. I don't remember exactly what. And they had some Russian jets. All of them were destroyed, I think, on the first night. Not all of them, but pretty much like 80-90%. And the stuff they do have is just so old, like it's not gonna be useful against the Israeli Air Force, which has F-35s. See, I would not trust Iran in helicopters because their former president died traveling in a helicopter. The helicopter just crashed. And from reports, it didn't seem like it was Israeli or Mossad agents doing something. It was just like an old helicopter. So if they cannot even protect their president, I don't think the civilians should trust Iranian helicopters. I think Israel just destroyed a few of these Iranian tankers before the operation began because they were just out in the open. They weren't under bunker. In fact, US is preparing for it. So in the Middle East bases, any aircraft that's not under protected area, so under a bunker or something like that, US has moved them out from the Middle East because if something does happen, Iran's going to go after the bases we have in the Middle East. They don't have the ability to come to the homeland. Of course, they have sleeper cells here in the United States, but they don't have like missiles that can reach here. So their missiles are going to go into the air bases. Another scary part is the Israeli air defenses, which is working in tandems with US THAAD system and I think also Patriot missile. Well, over the last 24 hours, 36 hours, a lot of those Iranian missiles are getting through. And they're not even trying to overwhelm the air defenses. They're sending 2 missiles. One of them is making an impact. So that's scary. That means Iran has missiles that are very, very good. That's not an accurate picture. I don't think those are Iranians at all. Yeah. Three of our aircraft carriers are now in the Middle East. One just arrived, the largest one, Ford. Oh wow, they have 25 submarines? That's actually shocking. Soviet probably, Soviet stuff. World War II, it wasn't just about the people on the front lines. Logistics matter. Factories, people working in the factories matter too. This is a good comparison. Iran does have a huge population of 92 million. So how come they only have 30 million? That's less than half. Wow. I guess this is a bit of like nature. You can't really change. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We'll link the video in the description. Definitely go check it out.